So this is probably the third or fourth video that I filmed straight to explaining, if not the same thing, similar to the same thing, and just let everybody know. So like I said before, I'm a lot of things, or into a lot of things, into like, sports, analyst, music, ministry, mentoring. I sometimes fuse all that into one. Um, and just God first. Like try whatever I can to cross different platforms, get to know more new people, build a brand, and share God's love. Because one of the top things that people cannot deny about who I am and what I've done, I've been there, to support everybody. God first. I've been there to support everybody. Sport, clubs, plays, you name it. I've been there at times to support everybody. I've biked back and forth to Nice, biked back and forth to Ponte Vedra High School, biked back and forth to Valley Ridge Academy to support my friends and to support their little brothers and sisters. I do it all. God first for the pure love of the children. God first for the pure love of what I believe family is. I understand not everybody comes from the best family or families. I get it, and at times I didn't either, and at times it's, God has blessed me with a good enough personality, good enough soul, good enough heart to understand what it takes to not only truly make it in the world, but dare I say, to set yourself apart from the world while also making a big statement in the world, and so on and so on. And a big part of that, like I said before, going to other schools, interacting with them and their families, and again, going to other schools is actually going to other schools and interacting with their student body, interacting with their faculty and staff, and building, as I have said before, school families and school homes. I understand that's something that was definitely very much alive when I was there in Nice, and then after I left, very questionable. Not going to go into more detail about that. It's something that I still believe is still there. It's just in probably the smallest bits and pieces. Instead of it being around the whole campus, it's just amongst certain groups of people, probably. And and that's pretty much probably the best way to describe, Nice's culture right now is that if the school family, school home environment that I built when I was there, yeah, I stood for while I was there. If that doesn't still if that doesn't still exist around the whole school, it probably exists within certain sectors of the school, certain academies, certain within certain friendships. Other than that, it doesn't really exist, the way it did when I was there, and it's at times it's hard to know you're the bedrock of something and you couldn't stay there for a longer time to keep it going. It's hard. It's the biggest problem that I have right now in terms of like I love that I graduated. I needed to graduate. I had to graduate eventually, but that's one of the top things that when I look back on it, I keep thinking, gosh darn, was that worth it? Was it worth it to at times graduate and know that that part of your legacy has been slowly, if not fastly, decreasing. And I mean decreasing in terms of everybody that knows me, from Valley and from Nice, they all the time show me love, show me respect, show me honor. Every time they are around me, they know who I am, they know what I've done, and they know what I continuously do. But to see a bunch of kids who didn't go to school with me not know a darn thing about who I am, my legacy, and and think that Nice is just a negative free for all, or even Valley Ridge is just a negative free for all, I'm thinking to myself like, no. When I tell you Nice's family, Nice's home, I mean that with everything that I got. When I tell you that Valley Ridge, is a special place in terms of, welcome to Valley Ridge. Your future is waiting. In terms of you're gonna, come here. And it's the same thing with Nice. Treat you with love, respect, honor, integrity. I mean, when I preach these school homes and school families, I'm not preaching it to butter people up. I'm preaching it because it's what I believe. It's the attitude that you have to have if you want to help everybody feel God first, a part of something bigger than themselves. If you want to God first, help cure depression, cure violence, cure anxiety, cure suicide, and promote pro-life, dare I say, and so on. And these are the things that I'm trying to express there that, I know, we can get there. I know we can, we can, and you just have to, want to do it. You have to want to go these places, and you have to want to interact with these people, and, you have to want to, you have to want to be a part of something. And again, it's not to say everybody's going to be a part of it the same way. That's not what I ever want anybody to think, is that everybody's going to be a part of it the same way. I understand that not everybody's going to be me. I'm very one of a kind, as I've heard from a lot of people. But it's to say that everybody can be an individual leader and successor in their own God first right, in their own God first manners, in their own God first ways. And I want everybody to just grow into God first, the best version of yourself, with being the best leader you can in whatever way you lead, in whatever way you follow, in whatever way you comprehend, in whatever way you study, in whatever way you prepare, whatever way you do whatever you God first do. Because I'm just saying, we need people who are going to step up and carry the flag. It's like I do for schools. We need people who are going to stand up and preach family in schools, preach home in school, preach, dare I say, mental health awareness in schools, preach how to talk, how to act in school. And I don't mean, again, in a negative type of controlling, condescending way. I mean in terms of, if you want to get these opportunities, or if you want to get the most out of this situation, if you want to, represent, this, if you want to, go here and do that, stuff like that, represent, how to talk and act like a professional, how to talk and act like you actually care and want to be there and want to support, so on. The measurements you take, the steps or the steps you take, and the measurements of which you go. I mean, again, I don't think none of this is rocket science. I think it's just people are, at times, like I've read so many school reviews, people are just lazy. People don't want to discipline themselves to do anything that their job description does not tell them they immediately have to do. Like, oh, I don't get paid to preach family, or I don't get paid to accommodate this kid. Just because you don't get paid to do it doesn't mean it's not the right thing to do. Just because you don't get paid to do it, that doesn't mean you don't need to go that extra mile to help this kid. But like I said, a lot of schools are negatively falsifying numbers just so they can, get raises, as the school's rankings are artificially boosts, and so on. And I hate that. I can't stand that. But at the same time, that's something that's definitely going on in various counties across, our beloved country. And I just hope people understand that God ain't pleased with that. And you will reap what you sow. It may not be on this earth, but there is an afterlife, and you will reap it eventually. But I definitely want to express to all the kids out there, who know me or eventually will know about me in some type of capacity. Your boy, the man, NJ2TheCity. Like the song says, if you don't know me today, you'll know me tomorrow, because, my impact is, dare I say, phenomenal. It's global. You'll know me eventually, because, like I say, I do what I can to support, encourage everybody, mentor, spread the ministry, preach God first, and just own everything I can to the best of my God first willing and able abilities. I am out there to represent Nice still in the best light. I'm out there to represent Valley Ridge in the best light. I'm out there to represent this entire St. Charles County School District in the best light. I'm out there to represent my home city of Jacksonville, Duval in the best light. I'm out there to be an ambassador for all this stuff. My home state, home state, Florida. I'm out there to represent everything in the best light, and shine and grow in the best light. That's what I'm out there to do. I'm out there to truly do all that stuff. And that's part of what I want to help everybody understand that they need to do. Everybody needs to pick up their cross and be the ambassador, not only for Jesus, but be the ambassador for, for your schools, for your churches, for whatever brands, and, for your state, for your city, and just do something that will trailblaze things and do things that will build foundations for a better life. I want the youth to know how loved and cared about and appreciated they are, and to know that God got a plan for them. And if I can let them know that through my actions and through how I represent myself, that's what I'm going to do each and every day of my blessing at the young life. I get the most purpose when I'm out there supporting the kids. I get the most purpose when I'm out there, growing faith and growing family and growing community, with everybody. That's where I get the most passion, the most purpose, the most pride, and so on, and so on, and so on. Like I said, this is like the fourth video, I think fourth or fifth video I filmed, and that's why I might feel a little groggy or tired, or I don't know. But again, this is the real ministry. This is who I am. This is what I do. And like I said, if I already explained it in other videos, but I'll explain it again. The Feminine Heart brand, that's my women's empowerment brand. NJ2TheCity's mentorship program, that is, again, obviously in the name, mentorship program for all kids and teens, to help, again, spread the ministry, help support them in their sports, and so on, and help grow their faith, and again, help them out life, school, sports, stuff like that. And God has bigger plans for you. Youth Foundation, it goes hand in hand with NJ2TheCity's mentorship program. That's really, you could say, the motto of NJ2TheCity's mentorship program. And like I say, the layers of foundations and layers of brands that I have are enormous. Trust me, you can't measure this, and you can barely count it, because I got, like, I got this for days, for centuries, and so on. And yeah. So I think I have other things to talk about, but I really don't know if I can, I think I should end this video now. But again, thank you all for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing. It's me, your boy, the man, NJ2TheCity. More coming soon. Thank you for supporting me in whatever type of way. Thank you for supporting your friends in any type of way. Surround your friends with love. Surround your friends with God's love, God's grace, God's wisdom. And trust me, your life will be filled with so much purpose and so much passion and so much, integrity. I'm telling you, you will not be able to explain it other than, through Christ. So again, take care.